A GMO stands for genetically modified organism. Generally, that could mean any organism that's had its genes modified. It really could include breeding. But what we're talking about is transgenic organisms. That means you have a gene from a different species, say a fish, put into another species, say strawberry, or a bacteria into corn, which is an actual thing that they do. So the main difference between a transgenic organism and a conventionally bred organism is that it contains a gene from a different species. This is something you can't do with conventional breeding. You can't take a bacteria and breed it with a corn. You can't take a fish and breed it with a strawberry. But in the lab, you can do that. It's not the most accurate science. There's a lot of mistakes. It's not like a word processor where you can take the gene and put it exactly in the gene sequence where you want it. There's a little bit of randomness to the operation.
I've found that most people I know don't know about the food industry and what's happened to it, and we're actually poisoning ourselves, we're poisoning our children, we don't understand it, we're poisoning our soil definitely, and frankly, because we're the leaders in the world, we're the global #1 country in the world, we're poisoning the rest of the planet also with the processes of how we raise food in general. And we believe, my husband and I and the people that work here on the farm, we believe that there's a different way, and we wanted to prove it out, and we did. We've been successful. We did exactly what Joel Salatin did at Polyface with a few very little differences. You can actually do what we do and feed the world, and anybody tells you otherwise, they don't know what we're doing here. And it can be duplicated, and we could actually feed and only have food available that is healthy, and there would be enough food for everyone.
Hey, welcome to Green String Farm, here on the outskirts of Petaluma, a natural process garden and farm store, and never a genetically modified plant will be grown on my fields unless it is unknown contamination, which is a serious problem.
Almost everybody that comes to our farm wants to know about what's called CCD, colony collapse disorder, and which was decimating a lot of bees, and worldwide, not just in the United States. It's been found that one of the main reasons has been from pesticides, insecticides, and from genetically engineered crops. These crops, special seeds that are treated with chemicals to kill insects and to create a better product, are very detrimental to bees. It causes them to become deformed, where their wings do not develop properly, their organs do not develop fully, and it's just killing them by the hundreds of thousands. So I would ask that everybody look at genetically engineered crops, seeds, and see if maybe we could live without them. Our fruit may not look exactly perfect, our vegetables might not look perfect, but they'll still taste better than they are with the way that they're being produced now.
So California is on the cutting edge here of the potential or the possibility of labeling genetically modified foods. It's just been announced that California will have on the ballot in November labeled GMO. So we'll now be able to vote whether we want our foods to be labeled.
November, you have a lot of big choices to make in the voting booth. And one of the biggest ones is to help make California one of the first states to label genetically modified food. So get out there and vote.